Money, but not fast enough. Yeah, numbers in my head feel like Neo. Yeah, I hate probation stressing over PO.
What's good, it's your T, man, and today I'm back here with another reaction video. Now today we're about to be doing something new. Well, it's the reaction, but we reacted to something new on the channel. First time reacting to this on the channel. Wrestling, man, WWE, I know it's alike. But here is the 10 fans who embarrassed Babyface WWE wrestlers, man. Before we get in this video, I would like y'all to sub if you new, like the video, and share it to everyone you know. But I'm done talking, but let's get to the video.
Over the years, there have been a number of incidents where a WWE wrestler has been embarrassed by WWE fans. This can occur in a number of ways. A babyface wrestler's act could be completely rejected by the WWE audience. Additionally, if fans decide on a particular evening that they don't have any interest in seeing a particular match, they can certainly show it. But which times were they? Join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 times fans embarrassed babyface wrestlers. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Number 10. Fans walk out of Samoa Joe vs Roman Reigns at Backlash 2018. A Samoa Joe vs Roman Reigns was at one stage a dream match for several fans. However, when the match finally happened on pay-per-view in 2018, fans wanted no part of it. Going into the match, Reigns had just defeated The Undertaker in the main event of WrestleMania, which meant that Reigns was more hated than ever. It didn't help that there was absolutely nothing on the line, and the match would be in the main event of the show over the WWE title match.
Undertaker lost to after Undertaker lost to Brock Lesnar.
So poorly received that fans would chant boring and CM Punk throughout the match, and halfway through, fans just kinda up and left, simply because they had no interest in seeing the match. Number 9, fans turn on Ronda Rousey at Survivor Series 2018. One of Ronda Rousey's best moments during her time in WWE was a match with Charlotte Flair at the 2018 Survivor Series. This was a match that was beloved by fans. However, Ronda reportedly hated that the crowd decided to turn on her towards the end of the match. A finish to it involved Charlotte getting herself DQ'd after hitting Ronda with a kendo stick. Charlotte then continued the assault as the crowd chanted, "You deserve it," as Ronda made her way backstage.
But all that really good at, they can hurt themselves doing it though.
She looked completely dejected and utterly embarrassed. Dave Meltzer, the Wrestling Observer, offered some insight into Ronda's mindset following the crowd turning on her in the match. He stated, "Ronda looked furious leaving as far as with the crowd. She took a horrible beating, and then it just turned on her something fierce, which is the opposite of what everything was done for, and she didn't look happy about that at all. She's had a love affair with pro wrestling and the pro wrestling fans because she perceives that the pro wrestling fans have stuck by her, where, you know, even though in MMA in most cases she was cheered, and the only time I can remember her being booed in MMA is when she wouldn't shake Miesha Tate's hand." Number 8, John Cena announces injury. SummerSlam 2013 featured Daniel Bryan pinning John Cena in the main event to win the WWE title. However, shortly after, Randy Orton would cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase after Triple H turned heel, costing Bryan the title. This would then set up the Authority storyline, a storyline which would dominate WWE programming for the next 3 years. On the next night on Raw, Cena would come to the ring to endorse Bryan as the next big babyface star in the WWE. As part of his promo, Cena would reveal that he had suffered a triceps tear and would be out of action for up to 6 months.
"I cannot put off my surgery any longer. Tonight I leave the WWE."
As Cena announced the news, the crowd erupted with yes chants, inappropriately celebrating the fact that Cena was going away. What was supposed to be a personal moment for Cena was ruined by the crowd's negative reaction to the news, and it was no doubt disappointing for Cena to receive this kind of reaction. Number 7, fans have no interest in seeing Randy Orton or Sheamus. The post-WrestleMania crowd has been infamous for taking over the show and chanting whatever they desire. In 2013, there were 2 particular wrestlers that the post-Mania crowd just simply didn't want to see. Randy Orton, who just so happened to be two of the top babyfaces in the WWE at the time. During a match between the two, fans were chanting for other wrestlers such as Dolph Ziggler, Rob Van Dam, JBL, Michael Cole, and even Jerry Lawler.
More disrespectful.
The crowd would even decide to chant for the referee in the match, Mike Chioda.
I know that just began
Orton
song.
and Sheamus were in the match as they struggled to gain any momentum going. Number 6, fans turn on the WrestleMania 34 main event. The main event of WrestleMania 34 featured one of the worst crowd reactions in the history of WWE. The main event was a match between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns for the Universal title. The issue was that the fans had zero desire to see the two wrestle, especially in the main event of WrestleMania. The crowd completely
Brock
rejected the
Lesnar
match by
were really
and decided to chant, "This is awful," throughout the 15-minute match.
He just
the booking in the match and the crowd reaction completely embarrassed Lesnar, who notably threw the Universal title belt at Vince McMahon backstage because of how furious he was with how the crowd reacted to the match. Number 5, the crowd turns on Bayley. In 2017, WWE booked a match between Bayley and Alexa Bliss, which would be one of the worst received matches of the modern era. The two would wrestle in a kendo stick on a pole match, a match that completely destroyed both Bayley's character and her credibility. Shortly after the match, Bayley would have to take some time off WWE programming due to an injury. She would come to the ring on Raw to announce to the crowd that she was injured and needed to go away for a while.
You guys made me feel a lot better. I saw your tweets, and then I'm gonna put a smile on my face and look forward to coming back.
Unfortunately, the once-loved
people so
wrestler was
negative,
heavily booed by the strong majority of the audience. This marked the first time that the usually beloved Bayley had been booed, and it was no doubt embarrassing and humiliating for the former women's champion. Number 4, the crowd does not
that's
see
stuff you
Randy
gotta deal with
versus
when
John
you in
Cena
that type
in
of bed.
2014's Royal Rumble. The 2014 Royal Rumble is most
My favorite
being one
wrestler
of the worst Rumble
of all
matches
time,
of all
Rey Mysterio.
time. This was due to the
So,
fact that
yeah, Rey
WWE
Mysterio.
decided not to put
Him
fan
and The Rock.
favorite Bryan in the match, and instead have Batista win it and head to WrestleMania. However, just the Rumble match itself that the fans completely shat on. The WWE World title match on the pay-per-view would be between Randy Orton and John Cena. The fans simply wanted nothing to do with the match. The crowd would boo everything both men did and would even chant boring during a strong majority of the action.
Bro, I know the wrestlers be hating that, but they gotta stick with their act, so they can't do nothing about it.
The crowd boos The Rock at 2015's Royal Rumble. The 2015 Royal
this
Rumble
one, The
match
Rock,
featured one of the worst crowd reactions in the
I think he
history of
raised
Royal Rumble
Roman
matches.
Reigns'
The match
hands up,
itself
right?
is well established for being one of the most poorly booked matches in history, as everything the WWE did in it was criticized by fans both watching at home and by those fans in attendance. In the match, they would present Roman Reigns as the ultimate underdog. This was a character trait that nobody wanted to see in Reigns, and therefore the crowd in attendance completely rejected it. As a result of the hatred for Reigns, everyone associated with Reigns also received a terrible reaction, and this extended to the special appearance from The Rock. This would mark the first time that The Rock had been booed since his return in 2011, and it was clearly embarrassing for him to be treated this way by the fans. The Rock left the arena on that evening without saying anything to Chairman Vince McMahon due to how unhappy he was with the booking and the crowd's response to him. Number 2, fans throw John Cena's shirt back in him. As part of John Cena's ring introduction,
It's going down when they
traditionally
turn
throw
into
his t-shirt into the
PG.
crowd. However, on
Yeah,
a
I
few
guess for the
occasions,
kids.
fans
They
have
wouldn't
taken
start
it
going
upon
down,
themselves to throw the t-shirt back in the ring. This first occurred at 2006's One Night Stand pay-per-view during the title match between RVD and Cena, as the ECW crowd continued to throw Cena's shirt back into the ring, and one fan would even decide to wipe his backside with the shirt. And number 1, Roman Reigns receives one of the worst reactions ever. The main event of WrestleMania 33 featured Roman Reigns defeating The Undertaker in what was supposed to be The Undertaker's send-off match. The idea for the match was to create a huge moment for Reigns, as he was initially the man who retired the most legendary character in WWE history. On the next night on Raw, Reigns would come to the ring to address the crowd, and the reaction was so overwhelmingly negative that Reigns couldn't even deliver the promo he planned. It was truly embarrassing for Reigns and the WWE as a whole, as their top babyface couldn't even deliver a promo because of how much the crowd were hating on him.
This is my yard now.
Well, there you have it, folks. 10 times WWE fans embarrassed babyface wrestlers. Be sure to leave your comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. I know them boys be having to deal with a lot. I know they have to deal with a lot. A lot of people got good acting. I know a lot of people probably getting irritated, you know, but these boys professionals, so they know how to stay in character, do anything. Just crazy, bro. But yeah, man. I bet. But yeah, man, that'll do it for this video, man. If you made it this far, please leave a comment, drop a like, sub, all that good stuff, man. And we drop videos like this all the time on this channel, man. So I will see y'all in the next video.